In order to survive, the two of them did not dare to make even the slightest sound, as an unknown creature slowly passed directly above them. Fortunately, the scent of the dry wood successfully masked their human smell, and they watched in horror as countless strange creatures completely surrounded the cabin in the forest. Meanwhile, inside the cabin, James suddenly shouted, "They're not here! They're not with us!" This sudden twist left the elderly woman and Emily outside completely stunned. When they realized that those creatures had already entered the forest to search for them, the two immediately rushed towards the cabin door. They demanded that James open it, but the door remained firmly shut with no response. With no other option, Emily explained that she had left markings throughout the forest and suggested that she guide everyone out of this dangerous area. Only then did James slowly open the door. As the elderly woman stepped inside, she was about to scold James, but at that very moment, the creatures outside had already reached the cabin. To survive, everyone was once again forced to stand motionless in front of the mirror. And in order to make them obey, the elderly woman revealed a shocking secret. She had once been a biologist when she was young, and the reason she came to this primitive forest was to study the unknown creatures living here, never expecting that she would eventually become the subject of their observation. These beings had long been continuously imitating every human movement over time. At that moment, the cabin was suddenly struck violently from the outside. Immediately after, the entire building began to shake violently, clearly indicating that the creatures outside had become completely enraged. To stop them from breaking in, the group had no choice but to block the door with a table. It was precisely at that moment that they accidentally discovered a hidden space. Beneath the table, there was actually a secret entrance leading to the basement. Just as the door was about to be forced open, they desperately opened the underground passage. In an instant, a dark tunnel appeared in front of them. Without any hesitation, everyone quickly climbed inside. Just seconds before the door was destroyed, they successfully hid inside the basement. However, when they reached the lower level, what they found left everyone in complete shock. There were not only large supplies stored there, but also a computer that was still functioning. Although it had no internet connection, the computer contained hundreds of recorded videos. In these recordings, a biologist documented his daily research process, focusing entirely on studying the behavior of these unknown creatures. It turned out that the reason he originally built the cabin in this area was to observe these mysterious beings more closely. At first, his research progressed smoothly, but not long after, he discovered something deeply unsettling. Every night, these creatures would appear near the cabin and continuously imitate human behavior and actions, as if trying to integrate into human society. In order to continue his research, the professor even began guiding people who accidentally entered the forest so he could observe and record their reactions. After a long period of tracking, he eventually succeeded in capturing one of the creatures. When the footage reached this point, no one dared to continue watching, but Emily insisted on viewing everything to the end. However, she never expected that in the final video, the method of escaping the forest had actually been recorded. It turned out that the professor had already prepared an escape route in advance. Near the lower reaches of River No. 134, he had hidden a small emergency boat.